Today what we're going to be doing is on these old KWA mags. I have two different covers on each of the mags so you can tell the difference on them. One is like a plastic heat shrink one, and one is a cloth wrap. I'm going to be working on the two cloth wrap ones. The springs in these mags are so weak. You put 2 8 BBs in there and it can't even feed every shot. Okay, so what I've got is I went and I bought a pack of Maple Leaf SuperFeed series springs. There's 3 in the bag here. These springs in here are 24 inches long. This is 3 foot long. So what I do is I cut a foot off it and put the 24 inches in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these up with 2 8s, put them in the gun, and we're going to go outside and shoot it. And then you can get an idea what it looks like, or at least listen to it, how it doesn't fire when it's going out. Okay, so we're going to start with that. Okay, what I did is I filled the speed loader up, which is basically 90 rounds, and that's what I put in each one of them. Now I want to take the gun outside now, and we're going to shoot. One mag I'm going to show me shooting it, you can hear the difference, and then the other mag I'm going to show shooting. They both should just about do the same, be pretty crappy. Now I know what the one guy said to me in a comment on my video. He said, hey, you're not wearing any safety equipment when you're shooting. I'm shooting 125 feet away. If I was shooting at a 60-foot target, I probably would put some eye protection on because it might do a bounce back. Okay. First mag's in, semi-fire, all the way out. Miss, miss. All right, it's like every other shot you got to shoot. Fire, miss, 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 nothing. Now, there are BBs still in here, so let's load it again. Fire, miss, fire, miss, fire, fire. Forget it. And then try to do it on full auto. I got 1 BB to come out. Alright, so that's pretty bad. I'm going to face the camera around and point it the other way, and you get to see what I'm looking at shooting at the 125-foot target. Okay, just so you can see how far I am away, we're going to zoom out a little bit. Going to put the new mag in, put it on semi, misfire. You can tell the way I'm shooting, I don't know if you can see that. It's like every other shot. Fire, miss. Fire, miss. Fire, miss. Fire, miss. Okay, let's try full auto. Like 3 BBs out of all that shooting. Now, I just put the gun down on the side there so I could like get the mag out, and of course the normal 4 BBs falls out like all the time, but these are misfiring right now, and I just wanted to show the BBs barely come out. How about this one here? I'm holding it up in the air. They barely come out. I mean, I had to face it down to get the BBs to come out. So there's no pressure whatsoever on the mag. I'm going to show you the difference between the 2 springs when I take the spring out and show you the new spring. So let's go back inside. Now I'm sort of zoomed in on the mags because I think I want to show that part more than anything else. So all you need for this operation is a screwdriver, and you press the little button on the bottom. Do it with your finger, but I do it with the screwdriver. And the insert comes out. Now on this, you can see he's got his name right here. Okay, this is where the spring actually goes up in. So from this side, I'm going to push this out. Okay, this is one that I tried to fix with some material. I forced some stuff down inside there to try to get that to work. So that's not going to be fun to get out. Hopefully I don't have to take this all apart. Well, I guess not. As you can see, there was a little piece of stuff I stuffed up in there, and there is the spring. Very, very thin material. And I'm going to put this down on the floor so it's out of the way. And what we're going to get is, this bag is open. Now, you think there's one spring in here the way it is, but what it is there are 3 springs like wound together here. So you got to sort of like unwind it. So you can get at the springs. You know what? I'm going to stop the video and get this apart because it's a nightmare. Okay, I got one apart. Now, I want to bring this old spring up and put the new spring up against it. I don't know visually if you can see that, the difference between the 2 springs, but it's like night and day. This is like really thin, this is a really thick material. Now, when I measure this, I lay it out. Get the old one. Oops, there goes the new one. Alright, if I lay the old one out, uncompressed, it's 2 foot. Okay. I know for a fact you can't put all 36 inches of this in. So what I've been doing is cutting it off the same length as the other one. Now, let me put this here to hold it. Alright. There's 2 foot right there. Alright. It's right at this spot right here. Now, I have a foot extra. And this measures 2 foot, exactly. There it is. Okay. I have no idea what this little black thing is here, but here is the follower that goes on there. So what I do, I forgot one thing. What I do is the flat head end, I work on this follower and I put just a dab of oil on this. Then I start it through. See, now that, the old spring, I could take my finger and push it all the way up. This one, I've got to here, and it's getting kind of tight. So what I do is take the screwdriver and force it right to there. Then I put the follower right on the end. Clip it in place. This one's a little tough at the end. Okay, there seems to be a problem with that. I'm going to take that one apart again. Sometimes I put the follower in, it doesn't go all the way up. So I just turn it around, put it back in again, see where it is. And then I do the same thing like I did before. Force the spring in with the screwdriver so it gets to a certain part. Put the follower on. Push it on. Now that's strange. The follower, like on this mag, the follower is right there, but this follower is down about maybe a 1/4 inch. So I don't know if there's an issue with this particular mag. Make sure all the screws are tight on this too. Yeah, the follower, it's about a 1/4 of an inch down. It is tighter, so we're going to call that one fixed. That's one. And what I do is I have a blue pen. I just put an X on them so I know that they're done. Okay. Do the same thing with this one. Now this one is so loose. There's the follower. Okay, now we'll get another spring. Now, for some reason, these springs are wound all together, so I'm going to have to stop the video again and see if I can get this one apart. Okay, I did a little work ahead because I had to unwind that spring pretty much. I already cut it, and I'm going to put it into the mag here. Okay. Now that follower's right up to the top, so I don't know what's going on with that one. Okay. These are the two mags that I got done that we were shooting before that didn't feed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill each one. Well, you might as well see me do it. These are Lancer Tactical .28s. Okay. Now it's a little over full, but that's all right. Okay, that didn't quite take all 90. It's very hard to do. So maybe 85, close to 90. Although I'm overfilling this speed loader. They're popping out of the top, so maybe I'm putting in more than 90. So let's see how this one works. Okay, there's quite a bit in there still. I don't know how many that is. I might want to, it's my speed loader, because now that I got it in there a certain way, now they're all going in. My speed loader sucks. I should get a new one, I guess. Alright, all 90 except 2 little ones went in there, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple more in here. See if I can refill this back up. Well, I got 1 in there, so alright. That might be close to 90 rounds. That's the caveat on this. These springs are heavier, and these are 120 round mags, and then by the time you're done, you're getting like 90 rounds. But for a mag that's going to feed all the way out and on full auto, I think it's worth it. So we're going to go back outside again and do a test. Okay, so now what we're going to do on this particular one, it's starting to mist now anyway. Here's the mags we fed, or filled up. Going to start on semi, and I'm going to be shooting at the 65 range target. That's why the safety glasses. So let's go. So far it hasn't misfired yet. They're bouncing back at me, but now we're going to do a full auto burst. And we're out. Let's see. 4 BBs. Now, there are some BBs left in here. So, clear the gun. I want to see how many are actually left. 2. This is the mag that the follower's a little bit down. So there are 2 BBs left in the mag. I might take that apart and see if I can mess with that a little bit and get that to feed a little bit better. Because I'd like to be able to get all of those BBs out of there, because it takes 2 and they don't move. Now, we have the second mag. I'm going to turn the camera around and face it at the 65-foot target so you can see what's going on. Alright? Okay, it is starting to rain a little bit, so I want to get this done quick. Let me zoom in there. That's 65-foot target. Semi first. Every shot I'm shooting is hitting. Alright, it's firing. Now we're going to do a full auto burst on it. That's it for the mag. Alright, before I take it out, I'm going to switch back to front view so that you can see what's going on. Okay, here's the mag. Okay, we had 3 drop out that time, and the mag is empty. There is, oh, there's 2 more, so there is 4. 4 that dropped out, 2 and 4. I thought there was 3. It's 2 and 2 is 4. But the mag is completely empty because the follower's up to the top. This is a good test. I'm going to do the other 2 mags as well, and I'm going to see if I can mess around with that follower and get that one to feed those extra 2 BBs out of there. But this was a good test. Final conclusion. I did fix that one mag's follower. It was a little rough on the one side. I rubbed it off with a sandpaper, smoothed it off. Now that follower goes all the way up to the top, feeds all the BBs out, and it doesn't leave 2 in the mag. Alright, I actually did 2 other mags, and the only caveat, and this is for Rebel, is this one that's got the busted mag holder here, little catch. It feeds, but I had to hold up a little bit on it to get it to feed, and that's because of this screwed up window right here. But you've got 7 other mags that feed like a champ with this. So if someone has a chance, I'm going to put a link to the description for the springs. There are 2 different types. There's a Gen 1 and a Gen 2 of the Maple Leaf SuperFeed upgrade springs. My rule of thumb is I take the length of the existing spring that's in there, and that's the length that I cut. And on a 3-foot piece of spring, you're going to have roughly about a foot left. Now I was cutting 24, a little strong 24, so on each one of those, the last two that the last one, I was able to take the two like 11 3/4 inch pieces, put them together. I picked the two longest ones, and I have this one left over. And this particular piece right here is 11.5 inches. So this might be able to fix another mag that I got an issue with. So if you got a chance to pick any of these up, man, grab them. They are worth it. Revitalize a mag. He was worried about spending $66 on some new mags for this gun. So instead, he spent like $20-some for the springs, $22 plus shipping. And he's got 8 mags back. So it's great. If you get a chance, do it up. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, you guys have a good day.